Greetings, my dears, in love and light. What is clairvoyance? How do I do it? And what can it do for me? Now, this is part of my clairvoyance, clairaudient, clairsentient and claircognizance series. So I strongly recommend you check out the other 3 videos in this series. We're all psychic to some degree. And the spiritual abilities I just mentioned are psychic abilities. And there's differences between them all. You can develop one or all of these senses, your inner senses, or you can focus on 1 or 2 of them. Each of us are different, and each of these 4 senses comes more easily than others. Clair means clear, and clairvoyance means clear vision. So that's seeing with the mind's eye. Obviously we have 2 physical eyes, but the indigo chakra or 3rd eye helps us to see. It also helps us with the other senses too. It's the gateway to other realities, to higher wisdom. It is the chakra of higher wisdom. So by cleansing your pineal gland and working on opening your 3rd eye, which doesn't necessarily have to be closed, but exercising it, and I have a video on that, your intuitive senses can improve. Clairvoyance is both a psychic and a mediumistic skill. Someone who's psychic picks up images and information off other souls incarnate as humans, so off other humans. A medium picks up information from discarnate souls, so that's souls that have passed over to the other side in other layers of existence, or even earthbound spirit. It's just different labels for 2 different things that are quite similar. Clairvoyance is a way to gain information both psychically or using mediumship. So clairvoyance is seeing in the mind's eye. Meditation helps improve your clairvoyance. Meditation helps with a whole myriad of different things. So you need to meditate for a while, let's say 15-20 minutes if you're doing practice. But the thing about meditation, very frequently we use meditation to silence the mind and all senses so that we can listen to creation. And in that way we tend to push thoughts away and focus on a single point, if that's the type of meditation you're doing, and that's most commonly done. The thing is, when you're performing clairvoyance, you want to be able to see and allow images to come into your mind's eye. So when you're meditating, just use it as a way of relaxation, to get into the alpha state, to lower your brain waves, see my video on that, in order to silence the mind, silence the body, and to really listen, but don't push information away that comes in. Okay, so when you're ready to start practicing, imagination is key. So imagination and visualization get the process going. So a good exercise to do is in your meditative state, sitting comfortably, you visualize walking up to your front door. Now that's a very easy thing to do. Everyone knows what it's like to walk up to their front door. Visualize opening your front door and walking through and going in. Now see, some people have a bit of trouble visualising, and you need to practice and realise there's not some magic screen that's going to pop up in your head. You're not going to see on the insides of your eyelids. It's like having a memory or having a daydream, except when you're using clairvoyance, the images come in there of their own accord rather than you sort of generating them. So the exercise I just gave, walking up to your front door in your imagination, opening the door and going in, that's what it's like. That's how you will see. Another example I give is to visualize a dog, and you can choose what the dog looks like, if it's hairy and scruffy, or what color it is and what it's doing, and there you go, you've had a visualization. Please see my video on visualization as well to help get you visualizing. But through meditation and quietening the mind, you're better able to see images that are coming into you from an external source rather than your own. If you're not relaxed, or if you're being distracted, or lots of thoughts are popping in there, then it could be your own. If you're relaxed but just open, you've got to stay open and receptive to whatever's coming through to you. Now what it'll feel like is, in your mind's eye, an image will just come in there, and it could be of anything. Just accept the first thing that comes in. Don't push it away and think that's silly or whatever. Accept what's coming in there and just relax and go with it and let it unfold. It might be a quick succession of different images. It might be slow, it might be one or two, it might be a whole scene playing out there. Try and remember the images that come in, and then when you're done, after about 10 or 15 minutes, write them down. And then whenever you practice, write it down and see what you get. Now you might ask, who am I receiving these images from? Well, if you're just practicing on your own, it could be a spirit guide or discarnate entity of some sort. It could be psychically, it could be your next door neighbour. It could be from anywhere really. It could be happening as per psychometry. If you've got an object nearby in your hand or something like that, you could be picking up energies off an object and therefore receiving clairvoyant images that way. So therefore, when you're practicing clairvoyance, it's good to have clear intention. And as well as that, it's also good to have protection whenever you're doing any spiritual work. If you feel that your vibration isn't purely that of love and light, which will repel negative entities anyway, if you feel like you need a bit of extra protection, watch my video on spiritual protection to help you with that, so that you won't get any negative energies passing by wanting to get a look in on the action and sending any messages your way. So back to intention now. Setting the intention before doing any clairvoyant work is a good idea. Now, are you intending to communicate with a discarnate spirit, perhaps a loved one, a spirit guide, or even your higher self? Or are you intending to do psychic work and practicing your psychic abilities, that's picking up information via imagery of other human entities? So you set that intent at who you're trying to communicate with. Now, there's another aspect to clairvoyance as well. It doesn't have to be a form of communication. It can be simply a way of seeing. So clairvoyance, clear seeing, can be a way of seeing other realities, of seeing the past, of seeing the future, and things like that. There doesn't necessarily have to be communication involved. So even if you're doing something like astral travel or remote viewing, clairvoyance still comes into it because it's still seeing with the mind's eye. So just to clear up a few terms, visualization is when you are creating a visualization in your mind yourself. Being clairvoyant is when the images are coming to you, either by communication or you're picking them up from creation basically, and seeing people, places and events elsewhere. Another term that you might confuse with is telepathy. Seeing as clairvoyance is a psychic skill, people sometimes ask, well, what's telepathy then? Again, these are words, various words to describe terms that are quite similar, but performing telepathy is purposeful communication between people, purposefully communicating with each other between human entities or some other incarnate entities. That's telepathy. Whereas psychic skills are usually one person picking up information from another. It's not generally a two-way street. So that's clairvoyance for you. It's clear seeing images in your mind's eye, whether it's picking it up via communication or seeing some other place, circumstance or event. It's gaining information and higher wisdom within the mind's eye for your own overall learning and experience. Use this skill wisely and in love and light in conjunction with other psychic skills, and you can become quite talented and wiser as you go along. Don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to receive regular spiritual inspiration on your journey through life. Like and share also because we're raising the mass vibration together. So go now in love and peace. Are you curious about your other existences? Book a past life regression session with Nikki Sutton, past life therapist, one-to-one via Skype, Facebook call and more. Book online at pastliferegressiononline.com.